Shifting our focus to the highly anticipated US inflation data, a measure of underlying US inflation cooled in April for the first time in 6 months. And this is a small step in the right direction for Federal Reserve officials looking to start cutting interest rates this year. Now, the consumer price index rose 0.3%, down from 0.4% in March and February. This brings the annual inflation rate down to 3.4%. the lowest since April 2021. The core CPI, which excludes food and energy, rose by 0.3%, slightly less than March's 0.4%. The annual rate for core CPI came in at 3.6%, the smallest rise since April 2021 and down from 3.8% in March. This slowdown is a welcome sign after data showed a jump in producer prices earlier this week. Economists said the softer data argued in favor of Fed rate cuts this year. The Fed is trying to rein in price pressures by weakening demand across the economy. A separate report on Wednesday showed retail sales stagnated in April. Another report showed US home builder sentiment declined in May for the first time in 6 months. And this is largely driven by mortgage rates above 7%, which kept buyers on the sidelines and weighed on expectations. These data indicate that high borrowing costs and mounting debt are encouraging greater prudence among consumers. The figures may offer the Fed some hope that inflation is resuming its downward trend. However, officials will want to see additional readings to gain the confidence they need to start thinking about rate cuts. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said he expects inflation to drop to last year's low levels.
I think my expectation is that we will, over the course of this year, see inflation move back down. That's my forecast. I think my confidence in that is lower than it was because of the data that we've seen.
Several economists predict the Fed might start cutting rates in July, while others think it could happen even later. Fed kept its interest rate steady at a 23-year high of 5.25% to 5.5% range. The US central bank has stayed on the sidelines since July, even as it fights to bridge inflation's last mile gap. Fed's Neil Kashkari repeated the rates to remain higher for longer. And this is the rhetoric, and he questioned how much they're restraining the US economy.